What's up, legends? It's Scion. We're back and we're going to take a look at Dizzy. Alright, so here's the info, and it's funny because you guys remember when I initially showed the collab stuff, and I showed you the video basically of Dizzy getting like scared and trying to stop Necro from blowing everybody up and everybody being shook. They did exactly that, which is nice. That's Glore. See right here, she's trying to stop Necro. Like, this is exactly what happens. You even get booty shot when she's trying to do it. If you look at it close enough. Hold on, see? There you go. You get the booty shot right there. So good for you guys who want to see stuff like that. All right, so here's like that. That's a good picture of her, a good likeness, and they kept her wing form for this, which it would have been kind of annoying if Neko and Undine was actually there looking at that, or like on that screen. So that's a good thing right there. They kept it like that, and she kind of looks like gigantic. I don't remember being that wide, but okay. All right, Dizzy is an ice element mage who paralyzes the enemy by inflicting debuffs. I kind of freaking knew it. Jesus, I didn't know she was gonna be ice mage, but a debuff thing you can kind of tell because that's just what she does in the fighting game. Like I told you guys yesterday, when player uses the skill emotional gamma ray, they can inflict a variety of debuffs to the enemy. When soul burn, this skill grants an extra turn. Jesus, this is gonna be good for PvP. The skill Gamma Ray will extend duration of debuffs by 1 turn and decrease the enemy's combat readiness. Use a CR debooster. Jesus. The skill I use, excuse me, voices is failing out. The skill I use this to catch fish attacks all enemies and has a chance to stun them. Additionally, this skill does more damage to debuff enemies. Now, the stun thing, again, she's going to be good for PvP. That's not going to work that much for PvE because you can't stun a lot of enemies and higher level content. So, is that. Alright, so skill number 1 attacks all enemies with the power of magic with 25% chance to stun for 1 turn. Deals increased damage to debuff enemies. So that's her number 1. Her number 1 attacks everybody. Oh boy. Number 2, Gamma Ray. Attacks all enemies with Power Ray, extending the duration of debuffs for 1 turn, except for those which prevent the enemy from moving. Okay. After awakening, attacks all enemies with a powerful ray, extending the duration of debuffs 1 turn, except for those prevent from moving, before decreasing combat readiness by 50%. It's crazy. It's crazy. She does a lot, considering there's just 2 things and she does a lot. Number 3, unleashes a giant explosion attack all enemies. The attack misses. Oh, they're keeping up with the lore. But it inflicts decreased speed, attack, and hit chance for 2 turns. Soul burn that grants extra turn. If they're keeping the lore, that's funny. That's too funny right there. Alright, collaboration artifact, Necro and Undine added. Alright, so what does this artifact do? Increases the caster's combat readiness by 10% after AoE attack. This effect is not activated by counter attack, dual attack, or extra attack. So they just straight up have to AoE attack. I don't know about that one. Could be okay. I think the other thing, the wiper that we just got, like the Layla Violin or whatever it's called, I think that might be better off for it, but we'll see. I think that's the name of it or something. Was it Layla or whatever the other one that we just got for mages might be better. Because then she'll just wipe out buffs, she'll put buffs, and she'll debuff on top of that. Well, she's not gonna put buffs, but she'll debuff on top of that. That's pretty cool. It's a guaranteed summon, and we get week 3 of another visitor. Orbis regains peace after the Archdemon War. However, circumstances soon bring chaos once again. It's the same line as the last 2 weeks. Let's see if there's going to be anything different. See, the week 4 is final story, so I'm pretty sure that we're not getting Eno. I know a lot of people want it. I actually want Eno too, but this probably not going to happen. Right, so we're looking at the same type of thing this week again. It doesn't look like we're going to have anything. Tournament opens another week from now, so tournament's not going to be an issue this week for people who are complaining about energy. But the 8th stage is going to have this same thing all over again, where you have to go all the way to hell. Well, you don't have to, but you know, if you want to get things faster, it'll help you out. Using the collaboration heroes again is going to get you increased attack, health, and defense. So if you have Soul and Biking, you might as well throw them out there. This stuff isn't hard, this content right here, so no point in, you know, like not doing it. Hell might be a little bit of an issue if your characters aren't really strong. Players equipped with Artifact, Necro, and Undine while playing through Dizzy Story may receive additional Ribbon Hairbrush. This effect can only be applied once. Please note that equipped in artifacts, Junkyard Dog, Torn Sleeve, or Necro Undine will not increase the amount of gold collected in the side story. Alrighty. When using a hero equipped with this artifact, players will achieve additional currency, skill level, skill level, the art based on the artifact skill level, not its enhanced level. Okay. This effect can only be applied once and will be applied based on the amount of currency gained after completion. So it doesn't matter if you stack it. It's only going to happen one time. Doesn't look like they did. It doesn't look like they lowered the energy. An issue causes the team to appear when entering the tournament, and a special side story visitors from another world arena has been fixed. An issue that caused the tournament bracket to appear abnormally on certain devices has been fixed. The issue caused by the reputation button to not work as intended to. Yeah, they didn't do anything to it at all. I figured maybe they would lower it a little bit so people wouldn't be so bothered by it, but remember I was telling you to make it not so obvious that the game is a little bit energy starved, but they didn't do it. So yeah, an issue that caused all the lasting effects, 2% healing costs when if you disable. Okay, so that appears just gonna be it. So all right, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this. Dizzy seems kind of like ML Ball, and is basically like a not as OP as ML Ball, I think, but definitely good. She's definitely a PvP character. She has very good use in PvE though. Her stun isn't gonna work on a lot of stuff unless they start making stun applicable to most of the bosses in the game, which they said they were going to do stuff like that, but they haven't yet. So like, you're not going to be using her that much in PvE content unless you're going to use her the same way that you would use Shadow Rose, as kind of like a debuffer on speed, you know, just to have her out there, along with, you know, using that artifact I was talking about that will strip buffs and stuff like that. So, you know, it could work out like that. But PvP wise, she might be a complete nightmare PvP wise, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. That feels good. It also depends on her base speed. Because if her base speed isn't that great, then, you know, it might not be actually worth using her as a CR debuffer. So it's what it is. On concept, the way that she looks right here, she's cute. Again, like I told you, she is 3 years old, so there's that. But she is Barry with a kid. Even they named the kid Sin, which is just weird. Here's her animations again, and it's props to them for actually using the correct lore, because this is the special move that everybody remembers her doing, and they legit used it. So I super props. Like, you see, she's like, no, don't do it. You're gonna kill him. And I told you guys, last video, Necro don't give a f. He's just gonna blow everybody up and don't care. And it's so funny. What they could have did to make this a little bit better is they could have put the exclamation marks on the enemies. Like, depending on how many enemies it is, you all get the exclamation mark and maybe like a little teardrop to show that they shook. They've been lit. They've been truly lit. Pretty good though, and that's lore friendly, and they kept it, like I told you the last video, they kept it exactly how she fights. She debuffs as a ranged fighter, and they went with the lore, so they got it absolutely right. So props to them for doing it properly. That's all I got for you guys, because there's nothing else right here. This collab is really straight about the characters and the story, and that's what they're banking on, and there's not really anything else added, and that's fine. So you just get in. Hopefully you stack some stamina, because this time around we don't need that much for the tournament stuff, because it's not really a part of it this week. Next week probably will be, so just keep that in mind, that to start energy camping maybe early, if you feel that you're not gonna have enough energy and stuff like that, because it's gonna be the hard mode. That's gonna happen all over again. It's probably gonna be like 4,000 to do the last stage. So just keep that in mind. I'm just prepping you now that it's probably gonna do that to us. So catch you guys next video. Be legendary, and see you later on in the day. I'm sorry, my voice is just shot right now. I need coffee. Peace.